Yes, I'm back, and I got a different plan this time. I've still got the 357. Here you go. Nice little light, handy action rifle. It's not a handy rifle, but it is it's a good handy gun. So we're back here again, same spot, same place, some of the same bullets, different powder. Several people had recommended, even before I did those tests the other day, that for 357 I get some Alliant 2400. And I went and bought I bought my first suppressor the other day. I haven't got it, but I sent the feds their money and placed the order, and it's just a waiting game. So I thought I'm going to go around, hit a couple of gun shops, look for suppressors, and I'm going to look for reloading supplies. And the first place I went to had 2400. They didn't have much, but they had 2400, and so I grabbed a bottle of it. Aren't they pretty? Okay, I've got some Blazer here, just some good old Blazer. I'm going to blow the crud out of my barrel with this and just see what a factory group Blazer gives me. This was on sale at Cabela's, so I grabbed a box of it. It was a couple dollars off. So here we have, the first one is the 180 grain, right here, 180 grain XTP, 12.2 grains, 2400. Next to it is the Taco, the 180 grain Taco. Uncle Jim sent me those, and I loaded it with 12.2 of 2400. This is the Terry Dees bullet, the cast, lubed, and gas check bullet that I shot the other day. There again, loaded with 12.2 grains of 2400. So these three are the 180 grains. The rest of these are in the 158 range, and all of these are loaded with 14.5 grains. So let's start here. This bronze colored is the 158 grain Missouri bullet. Then there's the 162 grain Lyman. So Uncle Jim sent me those, and Terry D sent me that, and of course the store bought that one. All right, let's look at our last five. The first one is a 158 grain semi-jacketed Sierra bullet. Next to it is a 158 grain XTP. Then I have Ocean, I can't ever get his numbers right. 7, I don't remember. Ocean, Julio, you know him. He does a lot of reloading. Julio sent me these. These are 158 grain bullets as well, or 162 grain. These are 162 grain. These were sent to me by Georgia Boy. This is a Lee semi Wad-Cutter, 158 grain. And then lastly, Cranky sent me these 155 grain Arsenal molds. A number of different bullets, 10 different bullets, one powder, 2 different powder charges for the different weight, and we're going to see how they do. So what I want to do here is just see if there's one particular bullet that it likes above the others, and we'll see what happens. I can't make no promises. I have no idea what's going to happen. So I was pretty confident last time. Now I'm not going to show you me shooting this time. It's hard to make just somebody sitting here at a bench shooting exciting, and I used all my good animation up last time, so I will just turn you back on when we have some groups to go look at. All right? And I brought my 300 Blackout and the little Cyclone 22. I'm gonna check the zero on those and make sure they're good to go. So I'll see you when we have some groups to examine. I'll get up in here with friends and family. All right, this is a 5-shot group from the Blazer. I would say probably 1.5 inches at 50 yards. Down here, my first shot was there, and then they just all kind of clustered up right there. That is 5 shots here from the 180 grain XTP. There again, I think some of this adjustment here is I'm only seeing, okay, there's two holes here. All right, I think some of this is adjusting from one bullet to the other, so that's understandable. Anyways, Tacos. First one was right here, and then they clustered up 4. And I think there again, that is going from one bullet to the next. This is why I'm shooting 5-shot groups. That's about a 1-inch group. So that's definitely something that I want to work on. All right, let me go back. I'm letting the barrel cool. I'm shooting the little Cyclone 22, and at 50 yards, it shoots about 1.5 inch group. But my my dot covers up that whole piece of tape at 50 yards. So not too bad. Anyways, back to the range. Okay, here we are with the next 3. These are the Dees bullets. These are 180 grain cast, gas checked, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's about the order they shot. They just kind of strung out. I wondered if my barrel was heating up, and I was like, surely not. I let it rest a good while between the first 3. So then I pulled out the Missouri bullets. These are the 158 grain that Uncle Jim sent me, and they shot a group of about 7 or 8 inches. It was like the first one was here, then here, then here, then here, and then here. And I mean, they were just everywhere. I started just to go ahead and put another target up because they were, I thought I'm going to get confused. And I thought, well, let's shoot the linemen's that Uncle Jim sent me that he cast, and let's see where they go. And so I shot the linemen's, and I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's probably 1.5 inch, maybe 2 inch group. Yeah, I call that a 2 inch. I mean, this is an ink pen. Yeah, you're probably looking at a 2 inch group. With the linemen's at 50 yards. So that's okay. That's doable. I look back over here at those tacos, and man, easy 1.5 inch group, counting the flyer I'm taking out because I'm shooting 5-shot groups, and I'm changing bullets and all that. So very good with that. Let's move on to the next one. My arm gets tired, you know. Carrying guns around like this all day long, can you blame me? All right, let's look at the next 3 that we shot. First thing you're going to see here is a 5-shot group, probably covering 3.5, maybe, yeah, 3.5 inches. This is the Sierra semi-jacketed soft point. Then I shot the Hornady XTPs, and I was honing them in here. This was my first 3 shots. I felt good about number 4, and it went here, and number 5, I yanked it. My stock slid right when I squeezed the trigger. I know that was me. So the XTPs are definitely, now this one here, that's part of it, you know, but you're still looking at 1.5 inches with that flyer, and that's all me right there. Up here at the top, these, I don't know if you're seeing all those. I know you see them now. These are the Ocean bullets right here, and I would say probably 4 inches across there. So not too bad. I mean, for cast bullets, just throwing them together, it's not bad. And then of course you see this down here. This was my first couple of shots with the 300 Blackout, and then I made some adjustments. I went the wrong way, then I went back, and my last one's here. So I'm going to shoot another group with those. But we've got the Georgia Boy bullets and the Cranky bullets left. We'll put them over here on this clean target, right over here on this side. So we'll be back when we get those ready. All right, finally, finish it up. This is Georgia Boys 158 grain Lee semi Wad-Cutters. And I wish I could say that it shot 3 and flung 2, but it actually hit here, here, and then just kind of filled these 3. I don't remember the order of these 3, but the width was established on the first 2 shots, and then the rest filled in later. Cranky. Man, I was getting so stoked. I was like, man, that's not bad. And he sent me a bunch. I called him a commie the other night in the hat chat, but I was just messing with him. So anyways, we got this little bunch here, 4, and then this one flyer down here. Yeah, figure that out. I don't know. I'm sure it was, I didn't feel like I flinched, but I just flung one. But that's definitely a load I could work with. And then this is 5 shots with my 300 Blackout, and I did have a flyer on it as well. But without the flyer, I'm shooting about 1 inch at 50. This is 110 grain Sierra hollow points with 21 grains of accurate 1680. That's what that is. And it's not my most accurate load, but it is the cheaper load The Nosler 125 grain shoot way better, but they're expensive just to plink with. Well, there you have it. Much better test loads today. Much better shooting today. One thing I did notice going back and forth between my my Remington 700 300 Blackout, I've had a trigger job done on it. It's about 2.5 pounds. The Ruger, it's not a hard pulling trigger. It's just got a lot of creep in it. And when I first switched over to the Blackout, that thing went off before I was ready. I'm like, where's the trigger? Okay, here, boom. So that tells me that a trigger job on the 357 would probably tighten up my groups a lot as well. Anyways, much better. The taco shot good. Some of the XTP shot good. There's several loads in here I can work with, and I can go up a little bit more on the 2400. I had no signs of pressure. Everything was smooth and easy, loaded well. I think I can take probably 3 or 4 of these better loads, like Crankies, like the tacos, and the XTP. And I think what I'll do is heat them up a little bit. I'll add a little more powder. I think I can go up about, depending on some of them, I'm about 1/2 grain off max. So I'll go back and look at that, and then we'll take those, say, top 3 bullets and try to build some loads with those and the 2400. But right now, this pond has got a turtle problem. And I've helped the pond to the tune of about 6 or 8 confirmed, but I would like to kill about 10 or 12 more before the sun goes down. So I've got some 300 Blackout left. I've got a bunch of 22 left. And I want to see what the 300 Blackout does to a turtle. So if I can set it up and get you guys in frame, we may try to see if I can get a turtle kill shot on video. By the way, I can shoot water here. There's absolutely nothing but a bean field for about 2.5, 3 miles to the south. I mean, nothing. You just, either direction, it's all bean fields, and nobody's there because everything's wet. Nobody can plow, nobody can plant. It's a ghost town down that way. And it's got to get over this next ridge, so just trust me, okay? Don't go shooting in water unless you know where your ricochets may go. And I'm high and I'm shooting down in the water, so don't safety Sally me, okay? I think there were chunks landed all over the pond. You can see all the ripples. Now, preacher, why are you shooting turtles? They're not hurting anything. Actually, they are. There's 1,000,000 turtles. I'm not shooting any kind of endangered turtle. I'm not shooting alligator snappers or anything like that. I'm shooting what's commonly called sliders. And there are probably 100 to 200 in this pond. So all I'm trying to do is control the turtle population in this pond in front of my house for one reason. They eat fish. That's primarily what they eat, is fish. And that's why they're in here. And I want to thin them out a little bit. This is my pond. I've been trying to grow some fish in here, trying to get the fish numbers built back. And the best way to do that is to get rid of some of the turtles that are in here. So what I've shot is some of the older, bigger turtles that probably eat the most. And I haven't come anywhere near wiping them out, and I don't do this every day, and I don't want to get rid of all turtles. I just want to bring them back in check. And so that's what we did today. We killed about, I had 6 rounds in the Blackout, and I think I had killed 6, at least 6 before I came here. I don't know how many of these I killed. I didn't see any floppers. I didn't see any floaters. Of course you don't with a bigger rifle, but I know I killed a couple or 3 of them. So we probably killed 10, let's say. 10 of the bigger turtles out of this pond. That takes a little pressure off the fish, especially right before they spawn. So that's why I did it. And I don't apologize for it. God gave me dominion over the animals. So my job is to keep them in check. And that's what I'm trying to do. And it's legal. I'm not shooting any endangered species. So, and it's safe. And I don't know what else to tell you. I like it.